I mean, how gorgeous does Catherine, the Princess of Wales, looks? She is absolutely exquisite. And look at those legs. I'm saying this because she's just absolutely beautiful. And I mean, she makes the United Kingdom and Commonwealth absolutely proud. Look at her elegance. I mean, it's just so regal, so beautiful, so dignified. And she's sexy as hell too. But she doesn't have to show everything. I mean, this is what a state visit, what a princess looks like. I mean, the Prince and Princess of Wales. How amazing are they? I just think I look at hair, look how they, I mean, I'm speechless. She's so beautiful. I love the coat. I love the shoes, loving the hat. I mean, everything. And Prince William, tall, handsome. Oof. You know, I was having quite a stressful day yesterday and then my night. And yeah, and then I think it got worse when Cynthia Wilson, don't forget, I'm going to leave the link and I'm going to tag her on this video so you can go, like subscribe to her channel, who's a fellow Canadian, sent me these things about Harry and Meghan being at the game in Vancouver. Well, Harry pretending to be royal, trying to emulate the Queen the last time she was there. I do not know why they wrongly said that Harry is the founder of the Invictus Games. That is not the case. The Royal Foundation is or was the founder of Invictus Games, along with Prince William, well, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, and Prince Harry. But it was the three of them fronting the Invictus Games Foundation because the Royal Foundation is the one who created and founded the Invictus Games. But now, falsely again, Harry's claiming that he's the one who founded, the creator of these Invictus Games. Now, why was he there to begin with? Who told him to be there as though he's representing who? How much was he paid? How much did this cost the Invictus Games Foundation, the current one? Is he there on behalf of the Invictus Games Foundation, financed by the Royal Foundation? Because we have to ask the tough questions right now. Invictus Games Foundation right now is riddled with scandal, with two of its most senior members being fired, mostly due to financial irregularities. It has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with those two gentlemen being unable to carry on with the task. It has to do with the fact that they're calling out shit. Yacht party! Because make no mistake, the reason why Harry and Meghan did that surprise visit was because of this latest headline. Prince Harry's Invictus Games is thrown into chaos as two top chiefs are sacked. As insiders warn, staff morale is at an all-time low and claim event is over budget despite 30 million government grant. It wasn't really a 30 million, it was 15 million, but still. The Invictus Game will be held in Vancouver and Whistler in February 2025. We will see about that. That's all I can tell you, because this Canadian has had enough of this shit. An insider has claimed that Mr. Lawless, who, I love that last name, Lawless, was awarded the Diamond Jubilee Medal by Harry's grandmother, the Queen, in 2012, was fired, and morale again among staff is now at an all-time low. An Invictus Games spokesman declined to comment on whether he was sacked, instead saying he had been transitioned out and was no longer an employee but will remain an ambassador. Bullshit. Also leaving the Vancouver Whistler team is Bill Cooper, who was in the role of Chief Commercial Officer for 10 months until he left in October. He has thanked colleagues for their support after several praised his grace and accused Invictus 2025 of making a big mistake by getting rid of him. One Games volunteer said that staff are concerned that these recent moves will again overshadow this incredible event for our veterans. They also raised concerns that the suspect security and other costs may put a strain on game finances in Invictus 2025. If Invictus 2025 has to pick up the bill, who will pay for them? Of course, Harry, Meghan Markle's, and Marcus Anderson's, because Meghan now travels with her pimp everywhere she goes, clearly. By the way, a very good little bird told me that Marcus was with Meghan at the Women of Power event that night when she was pulled out. Isn't that amazing? I'm waiting to confirm, but all signs point to yes.
How on earth did I get here? How am I here?
Yes, the body language says it all. The body language says it all. I'm going to get a little bit into that. But for now, I'm more concerned who picked the tab. Because you see, those two gentlemen that Invictus fired had the balls to stand up and say, we can't keep doing this. Because this little trip here that you see Marcus Anderson, Meghan's pimp, allegedly, Meghan being an escort, allegedly, and Harry being the client, allegedly. Who's paying for that? Because we know that Harry and Meghan don't pay for anything. These are lazy fucking grifters. These are lazy fucking grifters. Make no mistake. So, I mean, who's paying for that? And by the way, because Harry's going there on behalf of Invictus, opening the hockey game as though he was Queen Elizabeth years ago, using his royal titles, the question must be asked. Is Harry there on behalf of the Royal Foundation? On behalf of the monarchy? Because he didn't go there as Henry Mountbatten Windsor. He went as Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. He didn't use his Royal Highness because, of course, he's been told not to. But while he's there, because Invictus is being financed by the government, in spite of the fact that this is a private organization, they got that massive grant. Who's paying for that? Who's paying for Marcus, Meghan, and Harry's security, hotel bills, everything? Because Harry and Meghan, in spite of the fact that they're cheap, they are expensive. Do you know what I mean? Because this was yet another opportunity for Meghan Markle to keep looking at the camera, badly acting. Oh my God. I mean, I don't understand how this woman... Now it makes sense why this woman never got an acting gig. You know, it makes absolutely sense. And there she is with Marcus and the idiot in between her two men. Yeah. So happy together. The incredible part of it all is that they're without their kids again. Those poor children. Why was Meghan Markle there to watch a hockey game? Why wasn't she back home with her children? Those children, I really do think that CPS has to go and check out for abandonment, because this wasn't a necessary trip at all. So why is Meghan Markle there at all? Why is Invictus and the Canadian government footing the bill for this imbecile who disrespects Canada? Canada and Invictus is footing the bill for Meghan's pimp to be there, so she can have fun, enjoy herself without her kids, while her kids remain isolated for events. I mean, Archie's supposed to be, what, 5? I'm sure he would have loved to be there. He would have loved to be there. In the meantime, you have Marcus Anderson lovingly glancing at Meghan, his meal ticket, because everything has opened up for him since he managed to sneak her into the royal family. Oh yeah, doors have opened for him. Meghan pretending to be confused, licking her lips, touching her lips. Yeah, D-list all the way. Absolutely horrid woman mocking the Canadian national anthem. Disgusting, disgusting. I mean, I am so enraged. Even Harry knew how to read the room. Even Harry, with his very limited IQ, very, very low IQ, knows how to read a room. It's not hard. Meghan acting like she's 2 years old. It's not cute. She's a 42-year-old woman, almost 43 now, year-old woman. who supposedly has a major in international relations. By the way, it doesn't exist, but she claims to have a major in international relations, to be a well-traveled woman, to have worked in politics, and travel all over the world. She sells herself as a very cultured woman. Yeah, she's in Canada. You know what? She has a right to smile and laugh like that. She's taking the piss of Canada because Canada is paying for this disrespect. Canada is paying for this fucking imbecile moron to be there mocking our national anthem. It is absolutely beyond the pale. This is why she's laughing, because she's taking the piss out of everybody. She's basically saying, I am mocking you. I can be the most disrespectful cunt in the world, and you still have to pay for me, and you still have to put up with it. And on top of that, I'm bringing my pimp along. And Harry pretending to be the queen. What the F? What the F? I mean, disgusting. Oh, Meghan, oh, fake laugh. No, Harry is not the founder of Invictus Games. I've already established that. So yes, Meghan has every right to laugh because she's mocking us. Because there's nothing for now that can be done to stop this woman from doing what she's currently and continues to do. The two people who opposed all this madness, they both have been fired by the Invictus Games Foundation because they much rather keep swindling the Canadian government, any government that's still helping or giving grants and funds to this organization for profit, rather, in order to, to pay for Harry and Meghan Markle's and all of their friends' expenses, rather than doing what's correct. Rather than saying, we're going to put a stop to this madness and we're going to channel the funds correctly. I really hope, and I'm going to write to Canada and I'm going to start a petition to absolutely audit Invictus Games 2025 and the Invictus Games Foundation operating in Canada. Because why was Marcus, who was paying for his trip, for security? It's Canada paying for security for Harry and Meghan. And childless again. No children in sight. This is a couple who claim that their children mean everything to them. And that, I mean, how many trips that we know of, because that's very important for you to know. They take other trips. So how many trips that we know of, those children are left abandoned most of the time. I mean, I don't think those two kids, especially the little one, will know Harry and Meghan as parents. I mean, what is your take on this? Who do you think was there? Why were they there? Why was Meghan Markle there? Why was Marcus Anderson there? What was the need? They're there because Invictus Game is paying them using government money, which is why those two gentlemen were fired, because anybody who dares speak up is let go. I think it's time to put an end to all of that, because, I mean, absolutely horrible woman. And Harry pretending to be royal. Or is he pretending? So I'm starting a petition today to demand answers to Canada's government to ask who pays to make sure that Harry and Meghan's visits are not, the security is not covered by taxpayers at all. And to demand an audit to the Invictus 2025 Foundation, because those questions have to be asked, since Charles has no balls either to actually say Harry cannot use any royal titles for his personal or commercial ventures unless he's in a royal engagement. And he should do it across the board for all royals. All royals who are no longer working royals cannot use the titles for commercial gain. That is not a bad thing to ask. What do you guys think? Please leave me your comments on all of this.